Hello, friends. Hello. Welcome to Positive Affirmation Tuesdays. I'm having a little respiratory issue today, so bear with me if I start um, gagging and coughing and really dying more than I normally do. Um, it's going to be really, really hot today, but it's so darn windy out there. You can't believe it. Hi, Ronnie Lynn. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So, uh, today I wanted to talk about what I'm going to do a reading on celebrate. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. How are you? And, because listen, life doesn't always have to be a struggle, right? I mean, there's times when you're going to struggle. Well, hi. How are you? Look at who it is. We haven't seen you in forever and ever. I hope you are doing well. Um, and this is a reminder for anybody that might be joining this or watching it later as a video replay. It originally aired as a live stream, so you will hear me interact with people. Okay. I know, Kathleen. We haven't seen Kathleen in a long time. So welcome, welcome. Anyways, listen, there are decidedly times when life is going to throw you a curveball. There's times when it's going to knock you down and drag you around. Hi, Nat. Hi, welcome. And there's times you're just going to go through it, right? But not everything has to be such a struggle. Okay, you've got to find ways to make room for joy, because it's not always easy. I struggle Thursday when I wake up. I know what I have to do on Thursdays: laundry, the house cleaning, the dog baths. Right, every Thursday. That's what happens. Sundays too, with the exception of no bath for the dogs. But I sure love it when it's done. I sure love to dread doing it, even while I'm doing it. But like I told you, I've learned how to say, thanks, Annette, and thanks for giving the dogs a bath, and thanks for doing that. And it makes me feel better. Hey, gratitude goes a long way, even when it's going from you to you, right? But I want to talk about celebrating and making time for joy. And of course, the next time we get together, we're going to create positive affirmation tours. And I know I said it would be next week, and then I have a doctor's appointment next Tuesday. So there's no way. Doctor's appointment is at 11:15, all the way across town. No way I can make it back. But that's okay, because it gives you an extra week to get your stuff together for that, right? And I even have some cool stuff for you for ideas for your affirmation cards, okay? And I'll show that to you in a little bit. So let's get to this reading, okay? It's called Celebrate. It's from my handy dandy book, okay? Take time to celebrate. Celebrate your successes, your growth, your accomplishments. Celebrate you and who you are. For too long, you have been too hard on yourself. Others have spilled their negative energy, their attitudes, beliefs, pain on you. It had nothing to do with you. All along, you have been a gift to yourself and to the universe. You are a child of God. Beautiful, a delight, a joy. You do not have to try harder, be better, be perfect, or be anything you are not. Your beauty is in you, just as you are each moment. Celebrate that. When you have a success, when you accomplish something, enjoy it. Pause, reflect, rejoice. too long you have listened to admonitions not to feel good about what you have done, lest you travel downward road to arrogance. Celebration is a high form of praise, of gratitude. To enjoy and celebrate the good does not mean that it will be taken from you. To celebrate is to delight in the gift, to show gratitude. Celebrate your relationships. Celebrate the lessons from the past and the love and warmth that is there today. Enjoy the beauty of others and their connection to you. Celebrate all that is in your life. Celebrate all that is good. Celebrate you. And the affirmation is, today I will indulge in the joy of celebrating. That's nice, right? I think we forget sometimes to celebrate our success or our happiness or, when I say celebrate, and in terms of this book and the reading, I don't think that they mean like throw a ticker tape parade, right? And get together a marching band and go right down the middle of Main Street, touting, hailing yourself, right? But you can do that internally, and you can enjoy who you are and what you've accomplished and where you are in your life. You could do a little internal happy dance. You could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, sometimes I look around and I'm just content. But being content is it's such a good feeling. It's so underrated. People always want happy. And I mean, happiness comes and goes. If you can find contentment, you can kind of hunker down and snuggle in for a while, and I do. And when I realize that I'm looking around and I feel content, like everything is essentially all right in the world, in my world anyway, right? Bills are paid, there's food, the dogs are happy, the house is clean, I'm feeling okay that day, there's nothing pressing on me, on my heart, or on my mind, and I can just sit back and relax and not have to worry. I recognize that that's contentment, and I'm so grateful for it. But Ronnie says that's a celebration to me. Curl up with coffee and a cat, right? When I can just be, and I don't have any heavy, nothing too heavy weighing on my heart. Hi, Mary Lou, how are you? Welcome. I feel good. I feel content, and I want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy that contentment. Because I think so often in life, I know it's in our times of pain and struggle, right, that we kind of scream out to the universe. Why is this happening? And we walk slower, and our shoulders are slumped, and our head hangs heavier, and our heart is heavy, and we really, really, really remember those times, right? When there was a lot of pain and a lot of struggling. And if you're religious, a lot of times that's when people will pray, right? God doesn't hear from people too often when they're happy. It's generally when they got like, oh Lord, help me. Oh Jesus, help me, help me, help me. Oh Lord, give me strength, right? Nobody, I mean, that poor God or goddess up there, nobody just calls, you know, when I say call, I mean in a prayer. Nobody just calls up and goes, hey, how are you? How's everything going for you? Everything's going really great here. Oh, no. We don't think about that, right? It's those times of struggle that we're really reaching out, that we cry and and do all those other things that we do. And self-care is important, right? And it's important to reach out when you're struggling. But self-acknowledgement and self-celebration is really important too. Because if you can get to that place where um, you're your best cheerleader and you know that you have love and you're confident in your strength and you're proud of who you are, it will help you get through those painful times just a little bit easier. I promise you. I promise you. So it's really important to take time to celebrate. And like Sharon does a lot of writing, and she's not shy about sharing it, right? Or look what I won, look what I did. And when she does that, I feel guilty because I owe her a certificate for the creative writing group. So her joy is my pain. I'm just kidding. That's my fault. I really need to get on that. But Sharon's not shy about saying this is what I accomplished. Or there's another friend that I have on Facebook, Catherine B. And she loves to share her sketches, and she's marvelous. She's she's really, really, really good. And so, oh, don't tell me no. Sharon goes, oh, no worries. But don't tell me no worries. It brings on the guilt, and I'm Jewish. It brings on the Jewish guilt. And then I'm like, why? Why haven't I sent Sharon her certificate? All I have to do is create it and send it to her in Messenger. So don't tell me no worries. But I admire that, that she's really proud of her accomplishments. And she's not afraid to put it out there. She doesn't worry about if people think, oh, she's boasting. She's not boasting. She accomplished something wonderful, and she should be proud of it, right? I grew up during an age and with a mother who we weren't really allowed to be too proud or talk about what we'd done or what we had accomplished or anything, because nobody likes a braggart. Nobody likes to show off. Well, man, that's a mixed message. Like, I get a blue ribbon for something and then I'm not even allowed to talk about it because I might be showing up. Well, it's the blue ribbon. I think, pretty sure it comes with some bragging rights, right? I mean, when somebody is in the Olympics and they win the gold medal, they're not shy about getting on that Wheeze box or signing an endorsement with Nike or standing around for pictures holding that gold medal, are they? It's not bragging. They accomplished something amazing, and they have a right to feel proud about it, right? When you grow up, and I'm not saying everybody did, but I grew up with really mixed messages about, like, I was expected to do well, but if I did well, we weren't going to talk about it. If I didn't do well, we talked about it till Cows came home and packed their bags and ran away because it was bullshit and it was toxic and it was dysfunctional. The cows were like, "We came back, but we're out of here. This is house crazy," and the cows were right. Um, oh, yeah, I don't know about that, Mary Lou. Mary Lou says you have so many accomplishments in your life. I'm just so jealous. You know, I don't know. I don't know about that, how many accomplishments I have, but um, and I certainly haven't done anything that anybody else couldn't do. So if you really wanted to do anything that I've done, you could do it. So no, nothing to be jealous about there at all. But you guys know what I'm talking about? It's hard because I mean we have met people that are really arrogant, right? And it's like enough is enough sometimes with them, right? It's all about them. It's all about them. Well, that's a narcissist. That is an arrogant person. Um, Natalie says, "Be proud of yourself. It's so hard, but slowly." So Natalie says, "Slowly, are you're becoming proud of yourself too, right, Natalie? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to start singing our self praises, especially maybe this late in life when a lot of things are going south, and I mean it. And I mean south. I mean gravity is taking hold of a lot of things, and I'm not very proud of what gravity is. My relationship with gravity right now. So it's like I'm trying not to focus on the physical. I'm trying to focus on other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with some of the other things happening in my life that I can't control. Um, but no, there's loving listen, you have to have self-love, right? But we've all met people who just love themselves just a little too much. And so I think it's hard to find that line and to define it in a way that's comfortable for you and in a way that's comfortable for you. And you listen, you don't have to always share your accomplishments. It's awesome if you can, because it encourages other people, and it shows other people, oh, look what so and so did. Maybe I could do it too. And you don't know if you're going to inspire somebody else, right? And that's a lovely thing. That's a really lovely thing to share. But you don't have to share with the whole world, as long as you acknowledge it yourself. And you share with yourself how proud you are and how good it feels and and acknowledge whatever it was and what it took to accomplish. And you feel proud. That's really all that matters. Do that little internal happy dance. Listen, if you live in a town that'll allow it, go ahead and throw yourself that ticker tape parade and turn yourself into a little one person marching band and go on down Main Street, ching ching, clanging your things and playing your music and saying hallelujah, I'm great. And I thought you all should know. Welcome to the parade of me. Hey, if your neighbors and your town is good with that, go on, girl. Go on with it. If not, we all have hallways. Turn that thing into a runway and do your thing up and down your hallway, right? I have a big backyard, so I could kind of go back there and do it, I guess, if I wanted to. But my neighbors, I think, are already kind of like, she's really nice. she's a really good neighbor, but well, she's a little crazy. She's a little crazy on most days and eccentric on the others. So I'll probably keep mine inside the house without the gimbal on. But celebrate yourself and who you are, and celebrate if you grew up in a dysfunctional family. Celebrate the relationships that you have in your life now that aren't dysfunctional. Celebrate how you're doing it differently. Ronnie Lynn says that she lives in an apartment building and they call the cops. Well, it probably has happened, I'm sure. But with Ronnie Lynn, they'd only keep you on a 72-hour hold. That's all, just to make sure. Just to make sure. That there weren't medications that needed to be adjusted or something like that. Only in America, right? 72 hours, they'll keep you to see just how crazy you are or you are not. Celebrate the relationships you have that aren't like the ones that you had with your family growing up. If your childhood wasn't the greatest and you completely turned that around as a parent, celebrate that. If your mom wasn't the best cook and didn't make dinner, but you and was a lousy cook, but you managed to do it for your family, or if you live alone, you do it for yourself most nights of the week, celebrate that. That's an accomplishment. If you keep your house relatively clean, celebrate that. We've talked about that. A lot of people don't. Celebrate when you do accomplish something that's on your bucket list. If it is an art class that you've always wanted to take, or it's a writing challenge, or you go do karaoke, or whatever it is, and you conquered that fear, celebrate that. Listen, if any of us look around at any time in our life, we'll find problems. We'll find something that we can pick apart and be upset about and be angry about. I promise you, if you look around, you're going to find some stuff that you could celebrate too. If you look around your house and there's nothing in the laundry baskets, celebrate that, because that means you did the laundry. If there's no dishes in the sink, celebrate that, because that means you did the dishes and you should get a gold star. All right. When you buy your stuff for your positive affirmation cards, buy yourself a pack of the gold stars that they had when we were in school, and give yourself one every day that you get something done. Put it on the calendar. When you collect so many gold stars, throw yourself your little ticker tape parade, or buy yourself, it doesn't have to be a big thing, buy yourself a chocolate bar. Treat yourself to that. Or if something else is your thing, treat yourself to that. Say, look, I got 5 gold stars this week, or I got 7 gold stars. I get to pick something that I want to do. I want an hour to myself in the bathtub. I want a bubble bath by myself with music playing, a glass of wine or a glass of tea, whatever's your thing, and say, I won that. Right? Look what I did. Now I get to celebrate. See, Nat says, yep, did that. Laundry's gone now. Celebrate. Doesn't that feel good? Nobody wants to do the laundry. I don't mind doing laundry. Can't stand folding it. It just sure feels good when it's done, right? Sure feels good. So celebrate. I'm going to try to remember to get myself a little pack of gold stars, so that I can have some treats every week when I do what I'm supposed to do. I like treats. So, oh, but there's no wine there. Well, yeah. You see how life is? Feeling great one moment and then down in the dumps the next. Yeah, kind of took the wind right out of the laundry being done, huh? Natalie, no wine. That's a tragedy. That's a phone call to God. Why is there no wine? All right. I want to show you some stuff that I got. Remember, we're supposed to do make our positive affirmation cards next week. I have to go to the doctor, and so we're not going to have a positive affirmations next week. But feeling down now, no kidding. Yeah, that's life. Natalie, 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down. 1 minute you're down, the next minute you're up. So we're going to do positive affirmation cards, creating our own in 2 weeks, okay? And I wanted to show you, went online and found, these are just different ideas, and I went on Pinterest, and I think what I put in was creating your own, like making your own making your own affirmation cards, right? And then they come up with stuff. So like if you have a printer at home and you like any of these, you could certainly screenshot and print some of these, right? And they're cute, and you could cut them out and glue them or tape them onto your card, whatever it is you want to do. So I saw those. I thought those were kind of cool because they just had the really simple little affirmations, you know. Be awesome, choose happy, dream big, believe in yourself. Then this one, I'm creative, I can do hard things, I love trying new things, I always do my best, I'm worth it. I'm brave, I can stand up for others, I'm one of a kind, I'm worthy of love, I'm responsible, I'm a good friend, I'm strong, okay? I like this one. I have something similar to this, a sign similar to this in my studio, but I love this. I'm brave, I'm kind, I'm strong, I'm smart, I'm helpful, I'm honest, I never give up, I'm grateful, I'm loved, I'm enough, I'm happy. And then it's another one. I love my uniqueness. I can choose to be happy no matter what. Everything will work out. My voice matters. I can do hard things. I'm unstoppable. I don't give up. And so that's just an example. But you can go, listen, I went on Pinterest and got them. You can go on Pinterest and get them. You could probably even just do a Google search about and just say positive affirmation and then hit images, because you know you can do that with Google. Underneath, when you put something into the search bar, you can hit all or images or shopping and find some. And well, hello Joyce, welcome. And then you can, like I said, if you have a printer, just print them up. Or if you know, probably, I don't know, you used to be able to, at least here in the States, if you went to the public library, they would have a printer for like 10 cents a page, something like that. So, or maybe you have a friend that has a printer and could print some for you. But I thought that they were good. And even, listen, even if you didn't have a printer and you just took some screenshots of some of these, you could certainly use them and just draw them yourself, right? So I thought these were sweet, and I wanted to share them to give you some ideas, because 2 weeks, not next Tuesday, because I won't be here next Tuesday. I will be at the doctor's telling myself that I can do hard things, that I'm strong, and so I won't be here, but the next week we're going to get on this. Okay? I love them. So I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you them one more time in case you wanted to take some screenshots. And then we're going to do the positive affirmation card for today. Okay? And you can always go back. Oh, there's the positive. You can always go back and look at this video and find them and screenshot them if you want. But I'm telling you, you can find some. You can find some on your own too. Okay. This is today's positive affirmation card because we talked about celebrating, and we talked about celebrating who we are and our accomplishments and the things that we've done, even if it's laundry. Celebrate it. And so the affirmation says, I am becoming the best version of myself. Right? Because that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to grow and appreciate ourselves and know our strengths and acknowledge them, and know our weaknesses and figure out ways to kind of overcome those. Mary Lou says, those are great affirmations. Thanks for sharing. Well, I thought since we're going to be creating our own affirmation cards, that, some people just might be stumped a little bit over exactly where to start. And I thought, well, that gives you guys some ideas and some stuff to work on, so you can have everything ready when we come back to do that in 2 weeks, right? And it's already scheduled on the YouTube channel. And then the back, because I love it when it has these questions. What would the highest version of myself be doing this year? What does that highest version self look like? So even though I think that that's worded a little bit awkwardly, to me, I just think, okay, well, if I was like, I don't know, if I had just reached the top of the mountain and I was the best me, well, hi, Gar. Nat's cat said that Gar says hi, he's coming to me, cookie time for him. You see, he's celebrating himself. I think, well, if I had just reached the mountaintop and I was just absolutely the best version of myself, what would I be doing this year? Well, I guess the sky would be the limit, because if I was the best version of myself, then I would have like endless confidence, supreme, supreme self-love and belief, and I would rule nothing out. So I guess I'd be going after maybe some of the hardest things that there are on my bucket list, right? And what does the highest version of me look like? Well, I don't for me, I don't think that like my best self, I don't think that has to do with anything physical. But if you had to give it some physical attributes, I would say that the best version of myself looks happy and looks confident and looks kind and looks at peace, and has a lot of laugh lines, and looks like, looks like she knows how to have a good time. And I mean, I guess if you had to say, those are the physical attributes that I guess I would want people to look and say, oh, well, wow, she walks with a lot of confidence, or, um, um, but she has a kind smile, and a ready laugh, or something like that, right? Because really, the best version of myself that I'm working on is all inside, and nobody can see that. So I don't attribute a lot to the physical part of it. But that is what I have for you this week. Like I said, I won't be here next week because I'll be at that old doctor's, but I'll be here the next week, and we're going to be down, might be down in the studio, depending on how hot it is. If not, we'll be up here and I'll have some stuff. Ryan says, being authentic, genuinely yourself. Yeah. Being authentic, living in the moment. Those are all important things. But, we all have our own, listen, the best version of you is as unique as you are. The best version of who you'll be next year or in 6 months is as unique and customized as to exactly who you are right now today. So, well, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, got those blood test results in already. So, kind of pretty much already what we suspected. So, we just needed another blood test and just kind of had to do it a different way. I had to fast this time just to really see kind of where my blood sugar levels were, like at a resting place, right, with like no food to have raised them in like 12 hours, and they were still really high. But while I'm really dreading injections, I have kind of armed myself with some search results off Google about some different oral medications. And so I'm going to go in there and give it a try. And if not, I mean, at least diabetic needles and that they don't look like what they looked like when my grandfather, when I would watch him get his insulin. And I literally would just want the floor the ground to open and swallow me, because I thought I would die just watching it, because I'm so scared of the needles. But what I've seen now is that some of the long-lasting ones, so it's like you really might not have to have. I mean, it's all, listen, it's all subjective, right, on what's going on with you and what you and your doctor decide. But some people do have to have maybe sometimes 2 injections a day. But they also have really long-lasting insulins now, and they come in kind of like a pen, so it doesn't. I mean, there is a needle in it, but you're not really seeing it like the old insulin needles. So that's just. So I just have a couple things in my little. There's screenshots on my phone that'll go with me, and I'll give it the old try, right? But we kind of suspected that it was diabetes, and so I'm not really surprised, and I mean, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised, and but I think that it explains a lot of different things that have been going on, because it's really amazing the things that are tied into diabetes, and they were all honestly, if I would look up any one of the 5 or 6 different symptoms, right, that were happening, almost all of them, it would say it could be this, but it could be diabetes. And so I had a feeling. So my thing is, whatever, we figure out to do for it, bottom line is, if I do have to give myself a shot, I'm not going to feel great when that's happening, but I think I'm going to feel better in general. Because having out of whack, having your blood sugar, it's not a joke. It's no joke. You feel lousy. And so I think I'm going to feel better. With whatever it is. I wasn't surprised. So Ryan says mom had the opposite, hypoglycemia. Yeah, diabetes is it's a trip, and listen, it can really mess you up. Because I've just had some really crappy things going on for a year. I didn't know. I did not know what was wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. And of course, when I see my doctor, and then I downplay a lot of stuff, and I only see my doctor a couple times a year. We mostly just do phone call visits once a month. And of course, the main focus is always the trach. And I'll downplay stuff, or if I'm not feeling too bad, or if it, whatever it was, hasn't been acting up in the day or week or so before the doctor's visit, I just won't even bring it up. I've been feeling really bad for a while. And so this might be the answer, you guys. Might be. And listen, it's not the worst thing. Millions and millions of people live with it, and we live in an age where it can be managed, right? So not the end of the world. Maybe I'll just finally get over that fear of needles, huh? Man, I've been wanting to get over that fear of needles, so careful what you wish for. All right, so I'm going to end you with that, and this, of course. I said I just love this so much. Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, I think it's, honestly, I was really kind of shell shocked yesterday when I got when I opened up the lab results. When I opened them, I was like, oh, yeah, right, needles. That's all I could think of. But like I said, I did a little research, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try. An argument for the oral medication first, and then if not, my doctor already knows about the fear of needles. So a long-lasting once a week is definitely going to be something that we're going to try, because there's just no way you're going to. I'm going to have to be eased into this. Okay, there's no way you're just going to get me to do it once a day right away. So we're going to have to ease Olin into it. But I'm going to be fine. I woke up today feeling like I think we have the answer, right? I think we have the answer to so many things that have been going really wrong. So it's great. Listen, it is what it is. Those blood tests don't lie. We did a couple different of them, and it is what it is. You can't outrun it. So, but I thank you. For your healing vibes and your positive energy and your hugs and all that. I really do. I appreciate that. And when you guys are going through something, too, I'm always sending out the same stuff. So, but listen, it's not. I think it's going to be a good thing, you guys. I'm going to feel a lot better, I think. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. And listen, go out and get your decide on how you want to do your positive affirmations cards, and get your stuff together. You have next week, instead of coming here to talk to me, talk with me. Next week, go get your shopping on, right? Go get your shopping on. It doesn't have to be expensive, all right? And remember this on our way out. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Never, ever, ever. Have a good week, my friends. I'll see you